Cuba on the Zoo Fundora undercard. And that left hook has Vazquez wobbled, and that left hook has him on the canvas.
Young boy is really making a name for himself. He's really being impressive. And he's getting the job done. Definitely impressive because not only do you not see young fighters in them type of fights, you don't see a 17-year-old in that type of fight. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy they taking shots with him already. It's not really taking a shot because he got the experience.
He might not get up.
And that is it.
And he got the back and he's in tip-top shape and he's ready. But the thing is, if he's doing shit like this right now at 17 years old, by 19, shit gonna be scary.
And that left hook has Vazquez wobbled, and that left hook has him on the
canvas. For a lot of dudes. You know what I'm saying? As long as he paces himself and he treats his body right.
See what I can do with fighters. Badu, Jack, the list goes on and on. I'm able to take fighters to that next level.
Tank, you help Tank a lot too?
Yeah. We don't gotta speak, we don't gotta call certain names out. They know that I can put fighters in position to do what they gotta do. Their job is to go out there and win. My job is to put them in a certain position for them. Had an opportunity to accomplish what they want to accomplish.
You know, Floyd, right before the bell rang for the first round.
One bright prospect to watch on the Floyd Mayweather versus John Gotti III is Curmel Moton. The last time the champ fought was on the undercard of last month's Nate Diaz and Jorge Masvidal tilt, where this signee LF Mayweather Promotions absolutely obliterated a seasoned journeyman in just 2 rounds. He's a name to remember, and getting to watch a talent like this in just his 5th pro fight is something worthwhile.
I'm just proud of him, and I'm just happy that I'm able to put him in a position to...
Still only age 17, Moton is ranked #1 in Team USA, with an astonishing 18 amateur titles to his name, and that's probably more than anyone else.
To accomplish the thing that he want to accomplish. Any fighter that's involved with me, if I'm able to put him in a...
Coming from his most recent and most impressive triumph, Moton has been at the center of so much praise and support, with the most prominent one coming from his hero and the owner of the promotional team he is signed to, Floyd Mayweather Jr.
A position to accomplish certain things, and then...
Floyd hasn't only predicted a win for him, but he has also dubbed the young champ as the next Floyd Mayweather. For this fight, Floyd Mayweather is predicting a knockout victory for him.
I'm here. That's my only concern. I'm proud of him, and he did great tonight.
After the bout, Mayweather was seen in an interview where he was asked questions about the bout between Anthony Cuba and Curmel Moton.
They didn't believe, but then when it happened, they believed, and all the jealousy came. So I'm proud of you.
He was also asked about Moton and the relationship they both shared. When asked in the interview about Moton's emphatic win, Mayweather said, "I'm not surprised, it's what we all planned for. Anyone who's seen Moton knows he's headed for the very top, and this is just along the way."
Come on up.
Okay.
"I'm very proud of him. I discovered him long ago and he's done some crazy stuff. At such a young age, he's bagged so many belts and won multiple amateur championships, and he's just getting better." Speaking about Moton's attitude, Mayweather also had much praise for him.
Well, when are you ready to get back in there?
Hey,
Talk to the man right there.
Talk to the man right there.
You'll find out.
He's a humble lad as well. He keeps his head down. He's so dedicated and disciplined. You won't get anywhere if you don't keep your heads down. I told him this. He's just 3 fights in, and he's got a long way to go. There's no reason to be proud. No one boasts about their amateur records. Only the pro records are considered, and he's still very low on that. So he's got to stay low-key.
He had big expectations, but did you expect a first-round knockout? Like, this guy got him out of there in 1 round.
When asked about their relationship and Moton being called the next Floyd Mayweather Jr., Money answered, "We've got a decent relationship. We promote him and run his bouts for him, but individually, we both have got a decent relationship too. We have been close since he started here, and I've mentored him closely. So, we're good."
We on? Yeah. We on. I want everybody to follow him.
However, Mayweather also had some more words of praise and encouragement for the teenager. "All I say to him is to keep firing, keep moving, and he's gonna get there. He can go as far as beating my record. He can do way more than I did. He's a great guy, and we saw that on Saturday. He's gonna explode the world with his boxing."
On all his social media platforms, follow my guy, future world champion.
In his last fight, Curmel Moton, a prodigy raised by Floyd Mayweather Jr., who also walked him to the ring, stopped Nikolai Buzolin in the 2nd round on the undercard of the Nate Diaz-Jorge Masvidal fight at the Honda Center in Anaheim, California.
I'm not sure this makes it out of the 2nd round. We shall see.
Moton, 18, of Las Vegas, who last fought in March and went the distance for the first time as a pro, defeating unbeaten Anthony Cuba in an 8-round fight, took a few minutes to feel out Buzolin before finding his timing. Curmel Moton may be a teenager with a beaming smile still bracketed by braces, but he proved to also be one of boxing's hottest prospects and is fast becoming an in-demand attraction on top fight cards in the biggest venues. On Wednesday, Moton was a late addition to Saturday's card at the Honda Center in Anaheim, California, headlined by erstwhile MMA fighters Nate Diaz and Jorge Masvidal. Moton will take on Nikolai Buzolin in a 6-round lightweight bout. The 18-year-old Moton from Salt Lake City, but who now fights out of Floyd Mayweather's gym and under his promotion banner in Las Vegas, has already begun to show the layers of his ability and a maturity of purpose that could land him in the biggest fighters sooner rather than later, even without Leonard Ellerbe.
Combo back to the body. This is round no.
After scoring first-round knockouts against his first 2 professional opponents in quick succession last September and November, he stepped up to an 8-round test and summarily dismantled Anthony Cuba, blanking him on all 3 scorecards on the Tim Tszyu Sebastian Fundora undercard in March. Buzolin marked the oldest and most experienced Moton faced as a pro, but he considered Saturday's matchup to be just the latest footfall in his rapid journey through the ranks.
Number 2, it is scheduled for 6 rounds, and in that first round,
"This is another step for me and another chance for me to show my skill set and keep getting my name out there," Moton said at Wednesday's press conference, his presence there speaking volumes about what fight organizers think of his future. "I'm going to show out and take everything I worked on in the gym into the ring." The 36-year-old Buzolin hails from Tyumen, Russia, but now fights out of Brooklyn, New York. Although he has lost 4 in a row, he turned in a competitive showing against recent world title challenger Fergal McCrory last November. Moton is the favorite, of course, but the hope is that Buzolin can give the prospect rounds and provide the sort of early-stage challenge that helps maintain the current momentum behind his development. Moton, for his part, wanted a revival of his spectacular quick exit performances. "Me going 8 rounds in my last fight let me show the fans my skill set," Moton said. "But we don't get paid for overtime. Everyone should expect me to end this one early." Moton dropped Buzolin, 36, of Brooklyn, New York, with a left hook to the body at the end of the first round. In the second round, Moton increased the pressure and output, with Buzolin fighting more to survive than to win. Moton's punches became ferocious, forcing Buzolan to cover up on the ropes. Referee Jack Rice waved off the fight. After this big win, a fan who possibly was there at the time of this released a sparring footage of the young lad and Terrence Crawford. Curmel once also sparred Davis and spoke very highly of their sparring session. In a revealing recollection, Curmel Moton reflected on a defining sparring session with Gervonta Davis, a memory that stands out in his early boxing journey. I was nervous at first, Moton admitted, recalling the anticipation of facing Davis at just 15 years old. However, the encounter unfolded as a harmonious dance of agility rather than brute force. But we was going like, he was using the speed on me, like we was both going speed for speed, Moton described the session. Contrary to expectations, Davis didn't unleash his full power. He wasn't really like trying to knock me out or nothing like that, Moton shared, likening the experience to a chess match, a strategic and intellectual exchange that proved to be both fun and profoundly instructive for the young boxer.
Like replay that experience for me, like you coming out of it, what was your thought?
Yeah, I was nervous at first.
Curmel Moton was barely 8 when he entered the Mayweather gym. Over the years under their tutelage, the Salt Lake City-born boxer sharpened his skills, which eventually saw him make an impressive amateur resume. Last year, September 30th was a watershed moment in his life as the world watched him fight as a professional. Few months ago, Curmel Moton fought the third bout of his professional career against a much older and experienced Anthony Cuba, and after seeing it out to the scorecards, Moton emerged victorious. This was the first match that would be taking him to the scorecards. In his first 2 matches, he came out on top with knockout victories against his opponents.
I think I was 15 at the time we sparred, so he wasn't really like trying to knock me out or nothing like that.
Curmel Moton exhibited class, skill, and a strong chin when he locked horns with Anthony Cuba in a clash of undefeated hot prospects at Tim Tszyu versus Sebastian Fundora undercard. Despite fighting against a tough opponent, he sailed through, captivating fans with his slick style, and has attracted the praises of many of them. Moton, age 17, faced an older opponent in Cuba, who is 21 years old but outpointed him, ensuring he left the T-Mobile Arena on March 31st with his record intact. All judges' scorecards read 80, 72 in favor of Moton, and he improved his record to 3-0.
2 young prospects putting it all on the line.
Curmel, Big Deal Moton.
The Los Angeles native showed maturity beyond his age. This was the first time Moton had fought for 8 rounds, but he looked sharp and physically fit to fight over 8 rounds. Moreover, he didn't hesitate to bring the fight to Cuba, and also didn't shy away from exchanging blows. He had been the aggressor since the first bell, and maintained a high pace throughout the 8 rounds. In addition, Moton showed a strong chin as he ate 2 right from Cuba in round 7. However, he seemed unfazed, kept moving forward, and unloaded punches.
Why I'm so like, I got all this hype around me too.
Moton's left combinations and counterpunches did substantial damage and bagged him a unanimous win. Such an outing prompted fans to draw parallels with another boxer who has gained fame with his skills and heavy hitting. And that's all for now. For the very best updates on news, moments, events, and actions in the world of boxing, stay connected with us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to turn on notifications to get notified when we drop quality contents like this. Until next time, peace out.